AI is coming for, well, everything, right? Movies, writing, art, you name it. But today, we're going to zero in on one place you might not expect, the DJ booth. And look, we're not just talking about a hobby here. DJing is a massive global business, and a lot of people are starting to get seriously worried that their entire career is about to be automated. So let's just get right to it. Are the robots actually coming for the DJ booth? Is this super visible, superhuman job at the heart of music really on the verge of being replaced by an algorithm? I mean, that's the big, scary question, isn't it? All right, first up, the coming disruption and the data behind all this anxiety. To really get our heads around this, we can't just go on feelings. We've got to look at the numbers. And honestly, the data, it's pretty eye-opening. Okay, so what's really freaking people out is just how fast this is all happening. Take a look at this chart. This isn't some slow burn, gradual change. We're talking about an absolute rocket ship of adoption for AI music systems in places like bars and restaurants. The projection? Hitting nearly 80% by 2030. That's just a few years away. It's a massive, massive shift. But here's the thing. It's not a one-size-fits-all threat. The risk really depends on where the DJ is playing. Think about it. If you're in a low-budget bar and the DJ is basically just a human Spotify playlist, well, an algorithm is a whole lot cheaper. That's where the risk is highest. But then you look at the other side of the coin. Big festivals. The DJ is the main attraction, the one selling the tickets, creating a whole experience. The risk of being replaced there? Way, way lower. And you see this exact same split inside the DJ community itself. It's really divided. You've got a big chunk, like 62%, who are looking at AI and seeing a straight-up threat to their jobs. But then there's this other group, about 38%, who are starting to think, maybe this is a tool I can use. Okay, section 2, front stage versus backstage, an unexpected sociological lens. Now, that split in how people see AI, that's everything. And to really understand what's going on, we're going to borrow a really cool idea from sociology. It completely reframes this whole debate. So there's this sociologist, Irving Goffman, and he had this brilliant idea called dramaturgy. Basically, he said our social lives are kind of like a play. We all have a front stage. That's the performance you put on for everyone else to see. And then there's the backstage. That's all the messy, hidden work that goes on behind the scenes to make that performance happen. Now, let's apply that to DJing. It fits perfectly. The backstage stuff, that's all the technical grunt work, painstakingly matching beats, figuring out which keys work together, digging through thousands of tracks for the perfect one. You know, all the stuff AI is getting ridiculously good at. But then there's the front stage. And this is the human magic, right? Reading the vibe of the room, having that stage presence, knowing just what the crowd needs to hear next, improvising on the spot. That's the stuff an algorithm can't touch. So next up, the experience architect, a new role for a new era. And here's the big takeaway from that last section. As AI takes over all that backstage work, the front stage suddenly becomes the entire job. The technical skills are becoming a given. This is forcing the role of the DJ to evolve. You're not just playing tracks anymore. You're becoming an experience architect. And if you think that sounds a bit abstract, get this. A survey from the Pete Tong DJ Academy found that 61% of up-and-coming DJs now think their social media numbers are more important than their actual artistic skill. That's kind of wild, right? It shows that the performance of being a DJ, your brand, your online presence, is becoming just as important as the music itself. And this quote just nails it. The DJ of the future is not a person who merely plays records, but an architect who builds the bridges of connection in an increasingly automated world. I love that. It's not about the mechanics anymore. It's about building a vibe, an atmosphere, a human connection that a machine just can't. Okay, so the Need Hybrid Toolkit, turning a threat into a tool. This experience architect thing sounds cool, but what does it actually look like? Well, the smartest DJs aren't fighting AI. They're making it part of their toolkit. They're turning the supposed threat into an incredibly powerful creative partner. And this is where things get really, really cool. There's this new tech called live source separation. Imagine this. A DJ plays a regular finished song. Instantly, an AI algorithm breaks it apart. It unmixes it. It pulls out the vocals here, the drums there, the bass over here, all as separate pieces. So now the DJ can literally remix any song they want live, right there in front of you. That's a total game changer. And the key to making this work isn't just that the AI is smart, it's that it's fast. We're talking about a delay of around 19 milliseconds. That's so fast you can't even perceive it. So it's not some clunky tool you use in the studio, it's a live instrument you can play on stage. It's the perfect example of AI not replacing the artist, but giving them superpowers. All right, let's zoom out a bit. Section 5, a booming global scene, the bigger picture. Now, it's super important to remember that all of this tech stuff isn't happening in a vacuum. It's part of a global industry that is, well, it's absolutely massive and, frankly, doing really, really well. Get a load of this number. $12.9 billion. That's what the global electronic music industry was worth in 2024. And it's growing, up 6% from the year before. And you know what the biggest piece of that pie is? Live events. Festivals, clubs, all the places where that front stage human connection is what people are paying for. But what's really fascinating is where all this new growth is coming from. It's not the usual spots like Europe and the US. A staggering 80% of new streaming subscribers last year were from the global south. You've got Mexico's Spotify listenership just soaring, and entire genres like Afro House and Amapiano are just blowing up globally. And the one thing everyone says about these scenes, they're all about emotion and community. It's that raw, authentic human experience again. That's what's driving the future. Now, of course, there's a huge legal fight brewing in the background of all of this. You can't just have AIs learning from every song ever made without some consequences. The music industry is hitting back hard with massive lawsuits against AI companies for copyright infringement. We're talking up to $150,000 per song. How these court cases play out is going to draw the line for what's ethical and what's not in this new world. So, this whole journey through the world of DJing brings us to one final, really big question. And this one isn't just for DJs, it's for all of us. Because the story of the DJ is really a preview of what's coming for every single profession. As AI gets better and better at doing all the backstage work, the research, the number crunching, the first drafts, the real question we all need to start asking ourselves is, what's my front stage? What's the uniquely human, creative, connective performance that only I can give? Because finding the answer to that, that's going to be the key to everything.